Alright, welcome in everybody. My name is Letiredd, content creator over on Twitch, and I mainly stream Star Citizen. And today we are going to be reacting to Star Citizen Behind the Ships MISC Starlancer TAC. We have the Starlancer Max already in game, and it's a very cool ship. I love the interior, I love the cargo on it. It's really intelligently designed. The only drawback is it's pretty much the slowest thing ever. It is slower than a reclaimer, I believe. So, I hope they fix that, but today we get to see the Starlancer TAC, which is the dropship version of it, the more military version, the Max being the cargo. So, curious about this. I actually want this ship, so let's see what it's all about. But I'm going to try something a little new. I'm going to try to react to this as objectively as possible for the entire way through, and at the end, I'll give an opinion. I'm going to try not to be so salty right off the bat. I typically am not a salty person, by the way. YouTube doesn't believe that, but we'll see. All right, here we go, everybody. The Starlancer TAC.
The Starlancer TAC is a variant of the Starlancer series. It kind of takes the Starlancer chassis and outfits it with a more offensive loadout. It's got remote turrets on top. The co-pilot's got some fun little missile turrets at the rear to keep people off the back end. You don't have access to every single gun on it. There's only 4 pilot-controlled guns. You'll notice immediately from the exterior that it has these new 2 twin size 5 man turrets.
What makes this MISC is the shape language that was used to make this turret. It replicates the exterior of the ship, which contains round forms, welded forms, and chunky shapes.
MISC as a manufacturer kind of really proud of their manufacturing, and they're not afraid to show it. You kind of see all the compound forms that reveal the underlying structure, where the fuel cells are, but it's a little more refined. Paneling is a lot cleaner. It's not something like a Drake ship where everything is just completely exposed. I really like the MISC look. It's got this sort of darker stealth armor, so it looks really sleek. The guys have done a really great job with the lighting on it. It's got this really mean looking red lighting. It just looks really sick. It does not have a cargo lift, but it still has your cargo bay in the back for 96 SCU and space for hauling ground vehicles. And you also have the addition of a hangar up top. There were a lot of requests for a version that could carry a ship, so I'm glad we've managed to figure that out.
It can accommodate 1 Fury, but if you are a good pilot, you can accommodate 2 as well.
What we've done is we've stripped out the Max's separate habitation rooms and replaced those with the hangar.
It's not that much big, but it's compact. It has a landing pad there with really cool small refueling parts.
We've extended the Max's habitation kitchen area to have its own bunk room. On the lower deck, we've replaced the long cargo bridge sort of area with a troop deployment area where some soldiers can jump out of like an extending gantry. And between that and the cargo bay is a small medical room.
No other MISC ships has.
The medical room, I think, is going to be the big seller on this ship. I think that's what's really going to drive everybody to it. The small little bay, I mean, yeah, it's nice to have a Fury in there. It would have been nice if it was a little bigger, but I get it. I'm very curious to see if this thing is just as slow as the Max.
Medical bay, so it was a bit hard at the first to get used to it, like how the design will be. What I feel the people will notice most will be the aesthetic of it, these bright lights and those metal floors. It's a bit high-tech, but it's not like very high maintenance.
Hey, I tried, all right? I got halfway through, okay? I feel like that's better than usual, all right? We're making progress, but I mean, it wasn't even that. That was just, no, it's moving on.
The engineering and the cockpit are the same as the Max.
And in the cockpit, it's very spacious. It's accommodate pilot, co-pilot. It looks really cool because it's integrated with the bridge.
The turret room is located in the belly of the ship. At first glance, it resembles a shrine to warfare, with all the red lights around the ammunition, and the turret seats on the left and the right. It looks really cool. The animations are really cool, from the hatch closing over the player to the seat rotating and going into the turret, and the guns sliding out in preparation for battle.
The Starlancer would be for like teams of players who.
It looks cool. Those size 5s on the side will be interesting. That'll probably be awesome for like, yeah, ground assault stuff when that becomes more of a thing.
Really like missions in a large group of like soldiers. As well as like the actual people crewing the ship and the turrets, you've got quite a lot of space for ground pounders with rifles. The cargo bay in the back can be used for like some of the smaller vehicles like the Cyclone. I think it's a really good ship for like just team play.
Well, so anyways, does it look cool? Yeah. The Starlancer Max is cool. Does it merit $330? Probably not. Probably not. Probably, yeah. Are we gonna see those? See, they didn't. Did they specify what the front guns for the pilot are? Because on the Max they're size 4s. They didn't look very big on this one, but I may be mistaken. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, the Starlancer is already a good multi-crew team play ship. The issue with it is how freaking slow it is. It's the slowest thing ever. I mean, it is stupid slow, and that makes no sense. How can a reclaimer be faster than that? Why is a reclaimer faster than that? And I don't like it when they just like, oh, we're gonna balance thing out by making everything slower. No, I hate that. Please make things faster, if anything. So, does it look cool? Yes. Will it be a good multi-crew ship? Probably. Will it justify its $330 price tag? No, but I have a hard time believing any ship really justifies its price tag here. Yeah, so we have our dates also for Invictus, which is nice. So May 15th through 27th. Yeah. So 2 weeks away. So, I was watching a video today. I think it was, who was it? Was it Board Gamer? Was it Salty Mike? No, it was probably Board. And they were saying it's most likely 4.1.1 will stay in PTU until just before Invictus. So probably like that weekend or the end of week before that. So we'll see. But I don't know. It's hard to get excited for ships, to be honest. They're cool. It's not a new ship. I was kind of excited to see something brand new. We've seen the Starlancer. It's good to see how this variant's going to play out. It looks like it's lost a turret, so it only has one turret on the top now, and it doesn't seem to have any turrets added to the bottom. So it's gained one turret technically. I guess that's fine. And I guess they had to move that top turret because that's where they put the hangar bay. They made a comment about like fuel pods in the hangar bay. I kind of am curious about what that means. Does that mean that you're going to have to manually refuel the ship in there? Does it? Does it mean? Anyways, we'll see what that means in game, because between what it's supposed to do and what happens in game, sometimes there's a big difference. So I'm curious about that. Will I pay for one with real money? Probably not, unless I can get a CCU to it from my Starlancer Max whenever I can finish that off. And then we'll see. But it doesn't bring in any new gameplay. So as cool as the ship is, I don't know. Also, I don't really believe in hype anymore, especially around ships. So that's another thing. But objectively, it's a cool ship. Yeah. It'll be fun to play around with friends. It'll be a good group one. You'll be able to put some ground vehicles in it, still carry around some cargo. I do like the detail and everything with the living quarters. It's not very useful yet. You know, one of the things that would be nice to come in the game sooner than later, besides all the rumors about blades, is the ability to group log out of a ship and log back into a ship. That would be fantastic, but I don't think we're there yet. So, anyways, with that, thank you all for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you got this far on the YouTubes. And join me on Twitch Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays, and Sundays if you want to catch me live. Thank you very much. See you guys on the next one.